All right, before we get started today, I would like to give a special shout out to one of the core things that, OxyFresh is a vehicle for all of us to achieve our dreams and goals. Raise your hand if you dreamed you wanted to be a carpet cleaner when you were growing up. That's none of us, right? But for me, one of my dreams was to have an amazing family, and we all had different dreams. But Mom, I want to thank you for raising me. You did an amazing job, and I just want to thank you. I love you very much, and you instilled so many great things. If you see a picture of my mom up there, she ran 100 marathons in the last 5 or 6 years. Right? It's pretty amazing. And so, Mom, thank you for teaching me how to work hard, never quit, and I love you very much. You also see a picture of my grandma, my grandpa up here. It's a special day for me. My grandpa was always the guy that was inventing things, trying to create something. I remember we would, at your house, we would have campfires. You guys ever had campfires? Well, my grandpa, he took a bicycle tire, put foil over the spokes, and made the hot dogs hang from the thing, and as the smoke would go up, it would just spin. He was always just doing things, and I thought he was so cool. Grandma, you always taught me so much about how to love, and so I'm thankful for you guys as family. And Mom, I have something for you, just these white ones here, Jordan. So Mom, if you could come up here real quick. All right, so love you.
Thank you.
All right. And then it's been a best 3 years of my life, I would say, and it's because of this special woman. It's my wife Vanessa, and we're pregnant again, so that'll be 3 under 3, and I have 2 beautiful stepchildren, Jade and Giselle. So if you guys could come up here real quick, Jade and Giselle, babe, and then yeah, come on up here. Yeah. All right. And I also want to thank you guys. I know you guys know that we've had a hard year with our little one here, Janessa. She's doing great, but she has a little bit long road ahead of her still. But it's our family, Janessa, Justice, my wife, Vanessa, and we're expecting a baby boy in March. So I just wanted you guys to give it up for these guys. She supports me so much, lets me work really hard, and it's a dream come true. So, babe, I love you very much. All right. All right. Say hi.
No, guys.
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess it's time to get started.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Well, so for me, God's been amazing, and so I challenge you guys to lean on Him, and He's always there for us. And what we do is bigger than money. It's part of being a family, and we do it for our families. And so you guys are family to me as well. And so I want to bring us back. I'm going to start, and I'm going to end with our core value statement. We're going to be talking about our core values more this year than we have been in the past. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about it. But be fresh, okay? So I'm going to challenge each of you guys. This is our core values. This is who we are. This is our culture. So we're friendly, whether it's to the staff here at the hotel, or it's to each other, or the home office, or we have to be patient with each other and treat each other with respect, right? We're friendly, we're respectful, we're ethical, right? That's who we are. If these values don't align with you, this is not the right brand for you. But we are an ethical company. We do things the right way. You always hear me say the long road is the fast road. Don't take a shortcut or else you're going to get cut. So we're friendly, respectful, ethical, superior service. You guys are doing an amazing job. The best. Give yourself a round of applause. I mean, literally, your service, it's amazing. A Net Promoter Score, yeah. And then I think it's very important that we have fun. Yesterday we started off, we had a lot of fun. but I also got to hear lots of great conversations. You guys were learning from each other, sharing. So I got to see our values yesterday being implemented all day long, and I hope to see it again today. So let's be fresh, all right? Okay, so let's get started. Today we're going to talk about the launch of the new website. We're going to talk about the health of the system. We're going to talk about a new product coming out called Local Service Ads or Google Guarantee. We're going to talk about one of our first, you guys have been hearing us talk about the updates to the software, and a lot of the stuff you can't see. It's underneath the hood, but one of our first technologies where we implement the stuff under the hood, where it's an API, is with a company called Divvy, and it's automated postcards. So while you're sleeping, your card's going to be going out. We're going to talk about that. It's ready to go. We're also going to talk about, back when we launched Take Flight and we went really to the internet, pull marketing versus push marketing. It's taken off. We've seen things really take off, but now we're going to start focusing on another channel of that, and that's social media. I know it's scary, so we're going to talk about it today. And then a new platform that's going to replace FranConnect. I know FranConnect, we've had it for a long time. When you first log in, that's not our software. When you book a job, that's our software. When you first log in, that platform is called FranConnect. We're going to be replacing that with a company called Naranja. We were about to launch it right before the conference, and we're in the final stages. But we're going to be doing training on Naranja today in the breakout sessions, as well as social media. So it's going to be an exciting 2 days. Lots to learn, a lot of things that are going to ignite your business to the next level. All right. So before we get into the website, it was amazing to me how many people didn't even know the website launched last Friday night, okay? But before we get into it and we go through some of the highlights of it, I want you guys to take a look. This graph right here, I know you can't, it's pretty small font, but in 2014, we had 20,000 visitors a month to our website, okay? 2014. In 2018, this goes to September, it's even missing our busiest months, November, Thanksgiving, holidays. Over 80,000 visitors a month. In the last 4 years, we have quadrupled our website traffic. It's pretty amazing, right? It's pretty awesome, right? I mean, I think it's worth something to get excited about. We got to celebrate our wins. What does that mean for you guys? I'm sure you guys are seeing a lot of jobs that have the code Google or whatever, and I know that back in the day, I see some older franchisees here that have been here for a long time. I saw Chris Suk today. I see Jose. I mean, we used to spend, some of our franchisees used to spend $20,000 a month on marketing, like crazy numbers just to get the phone to ring. And while we're not spending that much on marketing nowadays, we're going to start having some more tools where we can spend money to make the phone ring. But we have a great core, a great platform where we're ranking. In fact, we're trending. So if you look at this graph, I showed you guys this last year. I pulled it up again. If you guys want to go to Google Trends, you can try it yourself. Make the filters carpet cleaning and the filter 2004 to present. So that's what this graph is. So you can see 2004 to present, overall it's trending up. But you can see the lines the blue going up and down. That's because we are still a seasonal business. Some parts of the country more than others. But for the word carpet cleaning, this is amazing to me. OxyFresh is trending #1 for the word carpet cleaning in the country. All right, that's something to celebrate as well. I think we should get excited about that. All right, so let's take a look at this website. So we've been trending and ranking and increasing our rank, but what if we could convert the website traffic we're already getting, convert it a little bit better? This site that was wanted to launch a year ago was built off of data for conversion. It's scroll friendly. As you can see, it's scrolling. It's very easy on the eyes. And it's built on all the data points that we see that customers like to visit the most on our site are the highlighted points. Easy online quotes, great customer service. Our reviews are always at the top, right? 150,000 reviews almost. That's amazing. And the Schedule Online Now is working for you 24/7. Even when the call center is closed, that online scheduler is working. Our average tickets on online scheduling are higher than than when we answer the phone. So we're going to dive into this more in a minute. This is the home page, okay, on desktop. Let's look at the internal page. This would be just the residential page. This is what it looks like. All right? We have these blocks of the world's greenest carpet cleaner, the blog, the water.org. We give back every online job we book. We donate to water.org. Lots of cool stuff. Now, we also know that customers now more than ever want to use a locally owned business. So your city pages, it says at the top, locally owned and operated. It has the content about your community, about it. Our city pages are ranking fantastic. Your reviews for your location are going to be pulled to the top of the page. And the stars we have it marked up in schema, so the stars are still showing up when people search for carpet cleaning. If you Google carpet cleaning in the city that you're in, and you're on the first page, not on the maps, but just the actual website, could you guys stand up if you're on the first page and if you Google carpet cleaning in your area? All right. So that's a good percentage of people. So that's pretty awesome, guys. I don't know if you realize it, but that is a hard to do. We have some great vendors that are going to talk about that here in a little bit, but that's awesome. Okay. So now we're ranking on the first page. This website is going to have a higher conversion rate of our traffic overall. It's not enough data to probably even talk about, but last Saturday was our first day that we had the new website up, and if I go year over year, it was one of the biggest increases in jobs booked that I've seen yet. All right, now, that was the desktop version. When we look at the data, though, 60% of our traffic is on a mobile device. So we actually built this site with the mobile design first and then desktop. We normally build it desktop first and then mobile, but we actually built the design for mobile first. So here's an example of what it looks like on a phone, okay? So we even have a new feature, the search. There's a few smoothing things out we got to do with the site. It's not completely perfect yet, but it's live, and we're going to be updating it more over the next month, okay? So if you see any issues, please email us. We're looking at every little thing that we possibly can. And we could have launched this, earlier than we did, but I had to be the bad guy, putting the brand first. It wasn't worth launching a site that looks better if we would have lost any of our rankings. So we had to make sure all the images, even though they're different images, were saved to the same name as the old images. All the links were the same. There's so much that goes into it with how big our site is. So thank you for your patience. But I've heard the Colosseum wasn't built overnight. It took a long time. So things that are great sometimes take a long time. This has been 3 years in the works making, and I couldn't be more excited and proud of a team that's been working on it. So thank you, team, for working on this. It's super exciting. Can I get a bottle of water? Okay, perfect. Grab a water. So we have this it's built for mobile. And as you can see, the schedule online is always at the top. Show me the hot deals. So it's built for conversion, which means you should see an increase, just everything being the same with the same traffic we're getting as last year, even though we're still moving up with our traffic. The idea is that we should see a great conversion. So we're going to keep looking at the data and keep adjusting, never being satisfied, always staying ready to adjust. I want to go over some of the highlights, what I've talked about a little bit, but for example, the online scheduler used to be on the left, right? We moved it to the right because there's software out there that tracks the mouse on a computer screen, and it shows what a user does when they're on your website. And so we're taking that data, and that's why we've moved the online scheduler to the right. Because what we found is that people move from left to right with their eyes, so the action, just little things like this, right? On the mobile, the online scheduler is always there. Again, 24/7, the online scheduler is working for you. Okay? We've also made it super easy, a click-to-call button. So if they don't want to schedule online, that's fine. There's a click-to-call button, super easy. So, with all this digital marketing that we've moved from, Back in '06 when we started, our marketing plan was Yellow Pages and shared mail, maybe Valpak, and that was it. That was pretty much it. And then we had to adjust, right? We always say change or die, right? So we are a company. I know people don't like it sometimes, but we embrace change. So you guys got to get your mindset that, hey, what are we going to change this year? I'm ready to embrace it. I'm ready to accept the change and go forward. So that's my challenge to you guys. Some of you guys have been in the system a little bit longer than others. It's hard to change. I get it. We get comfortable. But Google, Yelp, PPC, email marketing, Facebook marketing, all this stuff, when we changed from going push marketing where we push out to customers to where they find us when they need us, it's been a big change for you guys. And I understand it's not always fun. So while it's working, one of our philosophies from the beginning has been to track the ROI. Track how much do I spend here on this to bring in this much, right? And the number we always look for is 3 to 1. If you spend $1 and you get $3 back, you can operate at a 20% profitability after you pay your technician. 3 to 1 is that's what we shoot for, okay? But with all this digital marketing, it's not as easy to track as it used to be. It used to be they call with the Valpak and there's the code on the coupon. They call for a door flyer or Yellow Page ad, there's always a code. But now they get to our website and sometimes we don't know how they got there. So sometimes things are working better than you think, right? So one of the also reasons why the website, we paused it and didn't launch in time is because we realized that and we understand you can't measure what you're not monitoring. So we've implemented some new features. It's actually amazing technology, and our software engineer, Andy, is literally, it's amazing watching him work. And this is something he came up with. So Andy, awesome job on this. But he created it, yeah. So I'm going to tell you about it. Our approved vendors had this special code. So if, for example, if you're doing pay-per-click, it's going to take you to the website, to the same city page that you currently have. And the code will change from the OS 2500 to a different code, even though they're on the site, the same page they were before. But the little extension on the end of the URL, is going to make the code change, right? So look at this. This is promo code PPC. So our approved vendors have this code. So Adfinitely, Higher Visibility, our approved PPC vendors. We're even going to be doing this. We're doing this now for GMB. Like if they get to our website through the Google My Business, the maps, the code's going to be different than OS 2500. I think it's GM500, right? So they click the website link on your Google My Business, the maps, the code will be GM500, right? If they get there from Yelp, it's going to be a Yelp code. Get there from pay-per-click, it's going to be a pay-per-click code. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So the online scheduler, it's going to be there, but also the top left corner. But something even more that's crazy is the phone number is dynamically going to change on our website if they get there from one of our approved vendors, like a pay-per-click. The phone number will change. Why? You're saying, why would the phone number change? Well, here's why. If you guys remember, the old pay-per-click, if you click to our website and they don't pull up the online scheduler, that's where the coupons are. So the call center rep says, how did you hear about this? And they say, I Googled it. There is no code for them to give the call center rep. So you're seeing a lot of PPC jobs, pay-per-click jobs or whatever, being marked as Google when they're actually getting there from pay-per-click. So if they don't use online scheduler, the code wouldn't show up. So at first we added just the promo code to the top. But then we said, if we can add the promo code to the top, what if we made the phone number automatically change? So when they call that number, the phone display in the call center shows the promo code on the rep's phone. So if you see the bottom left, if you use one of our approved vendors, the promo code on the rep's phone is going to change. So you're going to have a way better idea if pay-per-click is working for you, or if it's not, or if Yelp is working for you if it's not, or if Google My Business is working for you. You're going to be able to know where the jobs are. And that's still not going to be perfect, but it is definitely a step in the right direction. I'm super excited. Because once you know something's working, you can put the pedal down and even do more of it, all right? Pretty exciting? All right. I talked about this just a second ago, but now I'm going to show you some visuals. So here's the example of our old, our pay-per-click ad. Top left, right? This is how it used to work. They'd click it, and we had a splash page set up for your pay-per-click ads. When I say splash page, instead of going to our website, it went to a page where you had your specials pulled up. We had to do a don't crawl, so Google couldn't just index that page. It would just show up on rankings for lots of reasons. One is, a lot of times, you guys are doing, there's franchisees, protected areas, you're neighboring another franchisee, and you have different prices, right? So we couldn't have these, like some of you guys would be upset if I was your neighboring franchise and I'm marketing this 2-room $68 deal and your minimum is $100. So we couldn't just have the pages show up. So that code was always there, you can see. So the reps would ask the code and they'd get it, and it was pretty accurate. What's the problem here? The problem is our quality score, we're paying more per click this way because this page is a standalone page, and our website is so strong SEO-wise that you pay less per click if you're linking to a site that is talking about what you're bidding the words for. So we weren't getting the full benefit of going to our website with standalone pages. So we made the change this summer to take the pay-per-click campaigns to your local city page. Well, we did see the cost per click go down. However, we also saw less jobs in the software booked under pay-per-click codes. Well, the reason why is on the old ads, the code was right there to give to the rep. On the new, when we go, even though our cost per click is lower going to the city page, there was no code right here. It says call for free quote. So they'd call the rep, they'd call in, and the rep would put it down as Google. So you might see a lot of Google jobs that are actually coming for pay-per-click. Some people are canceling pay-per-click. Some people aren't even looking at it, right? And that's, if you're not even looking at it, that's a different issue. So now with this new solution, pay-per-click, that phone number is going to change with our approved vendors. So the phone screen in the scheduling center is going to display the pay-per-click code. We're going to get that right. Online scheduling is going to have the code correct, and the promo code is also going to be in the box. Okay? So this is all exciting stuff. Another feature with this, I know I'm talking a little bit of language, it's uncomfortable, but it's called cookies. And you've probably been to sites and it says, this site has cookies, do you accept it? And you hit okay. What does that mean? That means you're allowing your browser, right, to store information about where you visited. So our new site has cookies. What that's going to say is, if you get to our website through pay-per-click, and then you come to our website tomorrow because you didn't book today, the code will still be there, the pay-per-click code. Okay? So if you guys are testing this out, like later on today, and you get there from, let's say, Google My Business, the maps, you'll see the code up there is GM5000, not OS2500. And you check it tomorrow, it's still GM5000. Even if you click the pay-per-click ad to try it, and it'll still say GM5000, not the pay-per-click. Why? Because the cookie is there. So that cookie is going to last around 7 days. And we could adjust that later, but right now, we want to know, how did they get there originally, right? Even if they didn't book that day, how did they get there originally? So it's going to stay there when they visit. Okay? Updating our software has definitely been a challenge, but Andy is doing it the right way. And so a lot of the updates, you guys haven't been able to see visually what they are. But one of the updates is refactoring our reporting stuff. So our ROI reports were broke for a while. They're fixed, and so if you haven't been using them, start updating your source costs. So every campaign you do, whenever you spend money on any type of marketing, make sure that your cost for that marketing is in the software, and it will automatically calculate your return on investment. And contact the home office for some of these things if you need some training on this. But this report is very, very powerful. And when you find, and when everybody's doing it, we get aggregate data, and we can help we can listen and look at the data and give information back out and just keep improving, right? Just keep recycling that. But if you guys aren't using this, we can't pull the data and help figure out what's working across the system, okay? So I'm challenging everybody to please start using the marketing source cost reporting again. So that's the website presentation. Super excited. come by the booth if you want any more explanation on any of the stuff we've been talking about so far. We're going to move on to the health of the business. My grandpa always told me, you tell them what you're going to tell them, you tell them what you told them. So we're going to talk about the website, health of the business, Google Guarantee, Divi, social media, and our platform. I just wanted to do that for you, Grandpa. So, okay, health of the business. This is exciting. Take a look at this graph. In 2011, if you would have seen the graph from 2006 when we started 2011, it was going up like this as well, right? Something changed, right? The World Wide Web changed, right? As Matt would say, the World Wide Web. And then we had to make some adjustments. We had a tough year there. From 2011, we started going down because marketing changed from pushing marketing out, where we were having to push it, to having to pull, or customers are pulling in. They're searching for what they want. So in 2015, for those of you guys who are at the conference, we made the adjustment. Hey, we're going to take flight. We're going to get off the ground, and we're going to go cloud-based marketing. We're going to go internet-based marketing, okay? That's what we did in 2015. And look at the growth since we changed our philosophy on marketing. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? I think it's pretty exciting. So 2018, last year's conference, we talked about journey to the top. It is not easy to get to the top. Sometimes getting to the top means you got to fall down, but you got to get back up, right? You got to grind. You got to be willing to, what does it take to be successful? Whatever it takes. So while you're here at this conference, talk to the guys that are doing good. Don't stop learning. Don't stop challenging each other. We're on a journey together, right? We have protected areas. This is a family. Let's share. Let's stay positive. Let's get excited. Let's talk about. We have people out there. We have franchisees out there that are doing $1 million a year in sales. Now that's exciting. We're going to talk about that later. But we have franchisees doing better than ever, and we still have some franchisees struggling. So help your franchisees out that are struggling. Share your information, and if you are struggling, everyone's been in a place where they've been struggling. Ask for help. Network. Step out of your comfort zone. And together, 2019, we can ignite and take things to, I want to see this graph next year even way higher than where the goal is right there. We can do way more, all right? So let's do it. Let's ignite. Let's get excited. Let's maximize this beginning of this new year. I love that our conference is the start of the year, right? Because we can get our minds right and get excited. All right. Our Net Promoter Score, guys, is the best in the world for carpet cleaning. World-class service is 70%. To be world-class, your Net Promoter Score should be 70%. For retail, for service, it's even lower. We're averaging this year. You guys are averaging this year 81%. Give yourself a round of applause. It's amazing. You guys are building a reputation of superior service, right? It's amazing. I'm hearing stories all the time. It's amazing. So we're never going to stop trying to make that number go higher. And every customer that we book gets the email. We're not taking out the bad reviews. This is good and bad. This is an amazing stat. You should be very proud of yourselves. We're never going to stop trying to improve. So we listen to you guys. A new product releasing at this conference we're going to talk later is a carpet sanitizer product. Okay? We're going to talk more about it later, but I just want you to know we are listening to issues with getting out stains, and it's going to continue to keep evolving. 150,000 reviews. I have this screen pulled up because still a lot of franchisees that I talk to don't understand the difference between the reviews right here on our website and the Google My Business reviews. These reviews are pulled from where? These 148,000 reviews. Where are they pulled from? Anyone know? Listen 360, the survey that automatically goes out when we book a job through our scheduling platform, whether it's online or through the call center, they're emailed the next day a survey. How likely are you to refer us to friends and family? 1 to 10. Andy's made code to convert that to 1 to 5 because that's how Google wants it. We pull that information, throw it on our website, at an aggregate level, and then for an individual franchisee level to each of your city pages. So on your city pages, your reviews show up for your city location. On any other page that's national, the aggregate reviews show up. Those reviews are not Google reviews. These are not Google reviews. These are reviews from the survey, okay? So Google reviews are king, but Google reviews are the king of kings, okay? Well, no, they're not. Jesus is king of kings, but the Google reviews are, they trump anything else as far as reviews go. So, let's talk about those. This guy, I think it's Tim Winkle, Springfield, Missouri. He has 441 Google reviews in Springfield, Missouri. He has a Branson page, has over 100 reviews. He has one territory, and he's crushing in jobs booked per month, not doing spending money on marketing. And listen, we have so many franchisees getting so many reviews out there, and on the other side of the fence, you have so many franchisees saying, I can't get them. And I don't understand it. So, topic of conversations, if you're out there getting reviews, pick 5 people this conference and share them how you're getting them and help them. It's going to it'll change people's lives in this room. It'll change families' lives. It'll change technicians' lives. Get the reviews. There's no excuses, right? There's literally no excuses. If someone else can do it, you can do it. You have the same tools, all right? We've made it easy for you guys with some of this stuff. We're going to talk about it a little bit. Last year, at the end of 2017, we had 5,000 Google My Business reviews across the country. At the end of 2018, we had 12,000. Give yourselves another round of applause. It's exciting. So here's what's really going to be the kicker, is the newer franchisees that signed up this year. We had 40 franchisees sign up this year. Some of these guys are 2 months old, 3 months old. They didn't have a full year yet. They are responsible for 2,300 of the Google My Business reviews. They are doing less jobs than any of you guys that have been in the system for longer, and yet they're getting more reviews. They have less experience cleaning carpet, and yet they're getting more reviews. All of them are getting more reviews. 2,300 of 40 franchisees, they didn't have a full year. This is literally some of these guys 2 months old, 3 months old, 4 months old. So let's see this number next year at the conference, that 12,000 number, let's make it 25,000. Let's do it. We could do it, right? It's going to be a game changer, all right? Reviews is part of the algorithm to rank in the local 3-pack on the maps. It's not the only factor. Proximity is still where you get your postcard sent. Proximity is still probably the number 1 factor. Reviews is a close second. Strength of our website is a close third. Time in business is up there. Citations, which Yext helps us with, getting all the information to match on the web identically, is up there. So all of it's working together. But most of the stuff we're doing for you, but you get to control 2 things. Where you get your postcards sent and how many reviews you have. Those are the 2 things you can control. We can control the SEO, all the stuff matching across the web, right? But there's things that you can control. So just a quick review on this. On every job, you should be using the We Care, Please Share card. And for the franchisees that are doing it the best, those new franchisees, they're not leaving the card in the home and being like, oh, I did it. That doesn't work. You have to get the review while you're in the home. And I heard a couple conversations yesterday of people sharing. And I've heard, and I'll tell you what I heard. One guy he's having a hard time getting them. The other guy was getting a lot of them. And this is what they were sharing back and forth. He said, this is what I do. When I'm in the home, at the end of the job, I say, if you're super happy, if there's anything thank you for letting me be in your home. If there's anything you're not happy with, please let me know, and I'll fix it. Right? Let me know and I'll fix it. And they walk through the home. But if you are happy, let me walk you through this. You can go to reviewOxyFresh.com and please leave me a review. Right? You give them 2 options. If you're not happy, let me know and I'll fix it. If you are, here's the link to my Google My Business. Leave a review. right? And it's working. And guess what? You get to look to see before you get to the job if that customer's email address is a Gmail address or not. How many of you guys aren't even doing that, right? If you get to that home and you know this customer's email address is a Gmail address, make it your goal to get that review. That review could turn into 5 more jobs over the course of the year, right? So these gift cards are also working really good. So this new group of franchisees, this is what they're doing. They're doing those 2 questions. If you're happy, if you're not happy, let me know what I can do to fix it. If you are happy, here's a link to my review. But before they do that, they're giving them 3 or 4 of these gift cards. They look like real gift cards. They're plastic. They're $25 off. They give them out to their friends or family. They're excited. It looks like they were given $100, but they weren't. It's, and they give them a free Spottle bottle. That gets them pretty excited. That's free marketing. Every time they open the cabinet to, at their house, they're going to see the spotter bottle every time. And it works great. So every job, that's another thing, every job we want you guys to give across the country, we want every customer, when I get my carpets cleaned, I get a bottle of spotter. We have people call the call center that sometimes book a job so they can get a free bottle of spotter. And you guys have probably had customers try to reach out to you for that bottle of spotter as well. So the cool thing about reviewOxyFresh.com is when you put in your zip code, it automatically locates your Google My Business, your Yelp page, your Facebook page. It makes it very easy. So if you need some more training on that, please visit the OxyFresh booth in the vendor reception. Okay, so the health of our business is strong. We're on the right path, okay? So a new product, Google loves to keep changing it up, but they're launching a new product called Google Service Ads, or Google's local service ads, or Google Guarantee, right? So what is this? Here's the real estate on the page. When you Google carpet cleaning, right? This is what's on the page. It used to be the first 4 spots are pay-per-click. Now, Google Guarantee is going to be above pay-per-click. So it's going to go Google Guarantee or local service ads, then pay-per-click, then the map section, which is your Google My Business reviews, and then our SEO. Well, we want to be on there. We want to dominate the whole page. Here's what's exciting about the local service ads. It is pulling the reviews from your Google My Business. And you can't pay to be more money to be in that 3-pack on local service ads. You can't pay to be up there. It doesn't work like that. Their algorithm pulls from proximity, how close the customer is, which we're already doing that the right way, proximity, and how many reviews you have. And guess what other factor? How quickly we answer the phones. And they told us, we want you to answer the phones in 24 hours. I'm like, 24 hours? I'm going to get yelled at if we don't answer the phone under 30 seconds from you guys. So the good news is we're going to crush at this. But there is some issues. So we're working with them. It is in a beta process with Google. It's not fully launched. But Josh is working extremely hard with Google. We have all of your information already uploaded to the Google local services. Okay? And let me talk to you about what it does. It's not like pay-per-click. You don't pay per click. You pay per call. You can turn it off whenever you want, and your ads will still be displayed, but the guarantee will be disappeared. What does the guarantee even mean, right? The guarantee means that Google has done a background check on you. They've verified your insurance, right? They've done those 2 things and a few other things. There's a whole process. It takes a few months to get set up. So we're going to encourage you guys to go to the booth and there's a few things that we need. We've submitted, those of you that use our preferred insurance provider, we've already submitted your insurance to the Google Guarantee, so you guys are ahead of the game. But they're going to need to do a few things still, like, for example, insurance has to be OxyFresh carpet cleaning, not OxyFresh of whatever. So you have to add the DBA to your policy. Just a few minor things, but we can help you with that. But you can't pay to be up there. It's just going to be off your proximity, right, and your reviews, and how quickly you answer the phone. All right. So those of you that aren't getting reviews, this is going to hurt you. Those that are getting reviews, you're going to be even better spot. All right. We have a few franchisees testing it out right now. So I am going to tell you, okay, so right here, I have these little 3 things here, is Google Guarantee, tells the customer that they guarantee the job up to $2,000. So if anything goes wrong, Google will actually guarantee your work up to $2,000. They also do the background check, so they're telling the customer we've done the background check. All right, so they're doing, that's what they're moving towards. They're trying to compete with Thumbtack, HomeAdvisor, that sort of thing. Now, it is in beta. We do have a lot of information uploaded already to them. So go to the booth and talk with Josh and get signed up. I will tell you, one of the issues that we're working with their team heavily on is currently right now, they don't geofence the ads. So for example, if you're in an area where you're the only one, you're fine. But if you're in a neighboring, a territory where you have neighboring franchisees, you can't say, I want the ads only to show up in these zip codes. It shows up more like SEO shows up. So it can overlap areas, and you get charged per call. So we talked to them about it, and the guy I was talking to on the phone with at Google goes, well, I don't really know what geofencing is. I'm more of a tech guy. And I go, what? You guys invented geofencing. So we're working with on it. They realize it's a problem, and the more of us that are ready to launch, we have more leverage, because right now we're their biggest service provider that's in queue. Like, we're their largest. We have all 500 of your GMBs uploaded. We're their largest that we currently have. So we have some leverage. And if you guys are all like ready to go, it takes a few months, background checks, insurance, all that, then you're really ready to go. And that gives us more leverage on our phone calls to get the geofencing added. They said it's in the works. So please go get that set up so that at some point this year, we can turn it on for you. All right. I'm excited about this next topic. Reminder postcards. One of the best ROIs in our system, and one of the most lost. It baffles me that majority of the franchisees in our system don't do them. But I get it. You have to download the database, take out the duplicates, make sure that the customers that you've serviced last week or last month don't get the postcard, because then you look silly. So, with our software update, we have an open API. What that means is this company, Divvy, is going to be able to connect to our database and pull information out real time every night, right? Kind of like, anyways, so it's going to be pulling, and then every time a customer hasn't used you in 9 months, a postcard goes out. So every week, it's going to automatically send out a postcard if the customer hasn't used you in 9 months. If they use you, great. If they don't use you, at 10 months, a different postcard goes out. If they use you, it stops. If they don't use you, 11 months, a different postcard goes out, and then 18 and 24 months. And an automatic thank you card as well. So all this is happening while you're sleeping. One of our philosophies is speed through systems, right? We have to have the right people on the bus, but we're a company, as you guys have heard, we're a technology company that cleans carpet, right? So this is going to give us a huge advantage. So while you're sleeping or on vacation or whatever, you can sign up for this program, your card's on file, and every week, cards are going out to customers that haven't used you in 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, 18 months, 24 months. And if they use you, then it starts all over. It's super exciting. I'll show you what these cards look like. And Divvy is here at the booth as well. So they have a breakout session. They're going to talk about it, but you can go get signed up. Right? It's not something that's coming. It's ready to go. You can go sign up today and get started. Here's what the thank you card looks like. Here's what the first card looks like. It pulls the customer's name, puts it right on the postcard. Heather Walsh. You're due for a carpet cleaning, your last service date, and it has the date of their last customer. It does that automatically, right? So we're starting this program off with keeping everything the same. The things you can change are the specials on the back. But everything else, the free bottle spotter is going to stay there. We're going to keep it really consistent so we can track the data. Each of these cards has a unique code, and that code will be used for all the 9-month cards will have the same code in the system, 10 months, so we can track things. And over time, we can tweak it, and we have the ability to say, send out cards to customers that have an average ticket of $300, a different card to those, or a different card to people that do upholstery or tile and grout. But right now, we're going to keep it very simple and get a good baseline of data before we make any changes. So this is what the 9-month card looks like. Here's what the 10-month card looks like. It's a little bit more aggressive. It says our records indicate that you are due. almost like you're due for an oil change, right? A little more aggressive. Then we hit him with the 11-month, a little softer. Who can be mad at this dog right here on the carpet, right? So we hit him with that, 11-month. Then we give him a little break. 18 months. I know that blue carpet looks a little ugly, but marketing is about getting attention, right? So we want to get their attention. That's going to stand out. That's your 18-month postcard, and then your 24-month postcard. Again, it's all personalized, and you can change the specials on the back. We highly recommend making your specials cheaper than if they go to the website and pull up whatever the codes are or the specials on the website. Why? Because if the specials aren't much different, they're not going to give the rep the correct code, and we won't know if it's really working or not. So take care of your repeat customers. You don't have to spend that much on marketing on these guys, so give them a little bit extra discount, and so that we can track to see if it's working or not. Exciting stuff. So I have the Jetsons and the Flintstones down here because, as you guys know, the Jetsons is not technology, or the Flintstones are no technology. Jetsons are technology, but this is a combination, and this is kind of where we're moving with the future, is we're not just going to be the Jetsons. We're going to be the Flintstones and the Jetsons. We're going to take the great customer service and like this postcards. That's a Flintstone way, the postcards, right? Snail mail. But we're using the Jetsons technology. So when we use the Flintstones and the Jetsons together, I don't know what a great word for that would be, but I guess it ignites, right? We're going to ignite with that. So we're going to be Flintstones and Jetsons. So another thing this same API is doing, just how it's doing the auto postcards, it's going to be able to, in our preferred vendors for pay-per-click, higher visibility, and Adfinitely are going to have access to our API, and they do have access, and they're going to be able to do display ads. What are display ads? You guys have been to a website before, looked at some Nike shoes or whatever, and then you go to a different website, and you see those shoes that you looked at following you around. That's a display ad. So there's two ways we can do display ads. If they visit our site, and they haven't booked because the cookie tells our the vendor is going to look, has that customer that visited the site, have they booked? If they have, the display ad doesn't show up. But if they haven't booked, then the display ad shows up. That's one way. The second way is customers that maybe haven't visited our site in a while, but haven't used this in X amount of time, just like the postcards, the display ads will show up. So we're going to hit from two-prong approach. So they have access to their API, so put some pressure on both of those vendors to get that launched as soon as possible, all right? All right, so we've talked about the postcards, we've talked about the website, health of the business, Google guarantee. Now let's talk about social media. By the way, I hate social media. However, it is what it is. It's here, it's not going anywhere, it's just getting stronger. So just like we ignited Take Flight years back and we really got on track with the Google and the pull marketing, social media is our next thing that we're going to launch. And we're launching it at this conference, and we couldn't be more excited. So the best time to start social media was yesterday, I would say. But the second best time is when? Today. All right? So want you guys to know that this year that's been one of our focuses. As you saw, you guys remember this picture when I went to Google headquarters when we launched this whole new stuff with Google, and you've seen it's worked, okay? And a lot of you guys, it wasn't a fun ride. We've had some bumps along the way, but it's working, okay? So I'm not promising you guys that social media is going to be this smooth, perfect ride, but I will say that we're going to get it right, and we've been researching all year, and we were at Facebook headquarters. Got to ask tons of questions, right? Got to have dinner with Gary Vaynerchuk. If you guys have followed him, he's a social media guru, Gary V. I got to see him speak at the Inc. conference when he was ranked number 1 in the magazine for winelibrary.com, but he's a social media guru. So we had some arguments because we believe in ROI here at OxyFresh data, and he's a branding guy, and he doesn't believe that we can track ROIs in social media, but he doesn't know about our technology we have in Andy's code that he wrote. So our Facebook post, when they go to our website, the code will say Facebook, right? If you do, we can have different codes, so we're going to be able to track it better than he can track it. It's not just going to be branding. So what I want you guys to realize is pay-per-click back in 2011 was way cheaper than it is now. That doesn't mean it's not working now. It's working better now than most of you guys realize. However, social media right now is like what pay-per-click was in 2011. It's super cheap, and it's just going to get, once people get to understand how to do it, it's going to get expensive, just like pay-per-click has gotten more expensive. So the time to jump on this is right now. So through the research that we've done and all that, we've partnered with an amazing vendor. They're here. They're ready to help you along the way, and it's going to be part of our single sign-on platform. The company is called Soshi. They're going to be presenting later today, and they're also going to have a breakout session. So it's a whole platform that shows lots of things. I'm going to show you a few examples of the slides, but when you log into Soshi's platform, which you will be able to soon from our software, you're going to be able to see a library of posts. You're going to be able to see rankings of posts that are working the best across the country, and they're going to get scored, right? There's also a way where we can search a topic, for example, home improvement, and it'll go out there and pull data off of the entire social media platform and see which posts, not just OxyFresh, what posts are getting the most shares, follows, and ranking the highest. They have their own proprietary algorithm to see which type of post. So I've always said, if you copy everything from one person, it's plagiarism. But if you take a little bit from everyone, it's research. So we're able to go and see this kitchen genius post got a 10 with their algorithm. So then we're going to dive into there. What is this post all about? Well, we could either reshare the post and put an OxyFresh thing with it, or we could make something similar, right? Do a little research, maybe tweak it a little bit. So we're going to be 2 times a week, we're posting from Soshi's platform now, but we're not just guessing what we think is good. We're seeing what is out there is really working on social media for our target audience, and we're going to be posting that type of things like recipes. For example, here's an example. We were getting a score of 2 on average when we first started with Soshi. This post right here, we got a 7. So apple pork chop, you're like, this has nothing to do with carpet cleaning. You're right, it doesn't. But guess what? It's going to get you more followers to your Facebook page. And when we post it from the home office through Soshi's platform, it doesn't post all at the same time. Every 3 minutes, it's a different timing. So it makes the algorithm look like it's not one massive post to all the different Facebook pages. It looks like it's a human actually posting original. And it also can change out the city name to make it more localized for your location, which is part of the algorithm too. So if we don't have engagement with our regular posts and people sharing and liking, and we're just doing Facebook ads or Facebook Boost, you're going to pay more per click. So we want to get people engaged in your Facebook page and your post and doing ads at the same time. It's a balancing act, okay? So we've been working hard on this. And so I'm excited for you guys to learn. They have a breakout session. They're going to go through the whole platform. They have a full service package. They have 3 packages where they do it all for you, right? And then in the next couple months, we'll be launching the platform where you can do it yourself, and you have approved posts and content and folders, and they make it super easy to post through their platform, whether it's post, ads, or boosting. But they also have the full service package. If you just don't want to mess with it, they have that. So come to the breakout session and learn more about that later today. We're getting really close to being done, guys. So lastly, Naranja. I cannot wait for this to launch. This is going to replace FranConnect, and it is a super cool platform that does a lot of amazing things. One is we've been hearing a lot of feedback from you guys, like you'll send an email to us to request to do something, and you don't hear back, or something gets lost in the weeds. And when this launches, you guys will not be sending us emails anymore. If you need something done, you'll submit a ticket. And guess what? We'll get to hold our staff accountable for different employees of their answer time to tickets. So it's going to be amazing. So there'll be more accountability, right? People don't do what you expect, they do what you inspect. That goes for your technicians. That goes for you guys as franchisees. That goes for us at the home office. We have to, we expect it, but we inspect it. We have measurables. So this ticketing system is going to help us be more efficient and get you guys better service and support at the home office. It's going to have the categories of the folders of the assets that you need to run your business. It also is going to have a really cool onboarding feature for workflows. So let's say that, for example, something new is coming out and it's a whole new, for example, Google Reviews or Google Guarantee or whatever the new project is, or your brand new franchisees or onboarding checklist. It's going to have an awesome workflow with really easy to understand in your steps of that, whatever that new project is. And it will show if you're holding up the process or we're holding up the process. And it will be, so as we keep growing, and again, we're embracing change. So this is going to be huge for us as we grow to have a system where we can have a great workflow to help you guys get there faster to where we need to be and give us accountability on our side. So we're super excited, and we're really excited for the partner with Naranja. So they're here, and they're going to have a breakout session as well today too, so you can see it firsthand. So we're super close to launching that. Andy, pretty close? A couple months? Month, two? I tried it. Oh, he said less. All right. Okay. They also have a chat feature, which is super cool. So that it'll, instead of, email is, people now check their emails a lot, less often than they used to because there's so many emails. Emails are becoming like postcards or regular mail, snail mail was. But now chatting for the home office staff, it's going to be, we're using we use in the home office called Slack. And it's different threads and channels. So this is going to be another feature to just help us give you better customer service. So there's a lot more I could talk about of stuff we're working on, but I felt like it was appropriate to just end with it here. And we're super excited. I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys. You guys are family to us. We love you guys. We have an exciting conference. The conference is up to you of what you want to make out of it. All right? And so, again, I'm going to end with, let's be fresh at this conference. Let's be friendly. Let's be friendly, respectful, ethical. Let's have superior service. And let's have a lot of fun. All right? So, yeah, let's do it, okay? If you haven't downloaded the app, please download the app. All right? We have some great prizes on there, and if you want it, there's on the app it tells you what you can win prizes for. Also, I want you guys to know we're setting a new standard for our awards banquet night. In the past, it's been fun, but not super organized. But you guys are doing such an amazing job. We really want it to be a very, very special night. So some of you guys might have some earlier flights to leave, but those that are staying, I want you guys to know it's going to be top notch. We have really great awards. We have a lot of nominees, great awards. It's just going to be a very, very special night, different than what you've seen in the past. So please make sure and be at that awards banquet if you're in town. You don't want to miss out. It's going to be an exciting, and also our Alex Lee, who's on our advisory council, if you've seen him and his dance partner do salsa dancing, they dance all over the world. They are going to, after the awards, before we kick off the dance part of the celebration, they're going to kick it off with their salsa dance routine, which is amazing if you haven't seen it. Like, it's literally amazing. So don't miss it. Okay, my last slide, okay? And I'm out of time too, so it's perfect timing. So as you can see, we're on a great trajectory of growth. It's exciting, okay? But it is time to ignite. It's not time to be content with our growth. It's time to take it to the next level. And that's everybody in this room. You guys are what's going to make that happen. It's you guys sharing with each other, getting out of your comfort zone, being at all the events, even when you're tired. You can sleep when you get back. Make the most of these 2 days. You're here. Let's make the most of it. Share, and let's ignite. So I'm going to end with this quote. 6 months of focus can put you ahead 5 years. Don't underestimate the power of consistency and desire. It's time to ignite. Thank you very much.